Hey guys, what's up? Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, bringing you yet another edition of Emo Cat Dad Listens. If you just stumbled across this video, what I do is every day of 2024, I vow to check out a new band or artist. I make a quick video on it where I check out 4 songs from across their discography, give you my thoughts on those 4 songs, rank those 4 songs, and then give you my overall thoughts on the artist. You guys have been so kind so far. We're on day 50 something or other, so I've done about 50 of these, so again, if you just stumbled across this, please go back and check those out. But maybe you just only care about this video because you care about the band, and of course the band is right there. It's Get Scared. Now, what do I know about Get Scared? I've said it in multiple videos before. I never really got into the Risecore sound when that was coming up in the mid-2000s. And after that, I unfairly, as I know now, I put a bunch of bands in the bucket that, you know, I just assumed sounded like that. I talked about it in my Motionless in White video where, you know, I put Motionless in White and Black Veil Brides both in that kind of tub, even though those two sound nothing alike. And there was lots of other bands in that bucket. So yeah, I just kind of put Get Scared in that bucket as well because that's just what I assumed they sounded like. So that's kind of what I'm expecting, is like a metalcore kind of goth sound, but honestly I have no idea, so that's why I'm diving into Get Scared. This was one of you guys' suggestions. I appreciate your suggestions so much. Please keep them coming. Leave them in the comments below of other bands or artists I should be checking out. I would appreciate it, but for now, let's get into Get Scared. So the first song I'm going to check out is their most popular song by a large margin. It's called Sarcasm, and it comes off their debut album, Best Kind of Mess. Okay, so apparently you can ignore everything I said because this is nothing like I thought. This is very theatrical. This is very pop sensible. Lots of elements. Pop song structure. Oh my god, great lyrics. I'm just really mad at everyone in my life from the 2010s, especially early on, that let me, you know, not listen to Motionless in White until this year, as well as Get Scared. Like, this band is so good. Like, had someone have said, oh, this band's kind of like a Set It Off, I would have listened. But no, I was just like, they're like the Devil Wears Prada. Not like that at all. Alright, so after Sarcasm, I checked out My Nightmare, which came off their second album, Everyone's Out to Get Me. The melody to the song is off the chain. Like, it's so catchy. I didn't think they could best Sarcasm, but then they go ahead and do this. The vocalist is also so strong, like, very impressed with his range as well as the sound of his voice. Like, I don't understand after these 2 tracks how this band didn't get huge. Closer to the end of the song, it goes into this kind of little slowdown part. I really liked it when it happened, and then it gets really heavy after the slowdown, which I also really liked, but I feel like the slowdown was a little bit too long. Alright, next up, we're going to their third album, Demons, and I checked out the first track on that album, Buried Alive. Okay, so we got a little bit of a switch here. The other ones were more like theatrical pop with, you know, some heavier elements. This one starts off super heavy right off the bat, but I dig it. This chorus, oh my god, it's mind-blowing how freaking good it is. The only downside with the chorus being this good is that the verses sound worse by comparison. And the bridge, once again, the song started off super heavy, the bridge goes freaking hard. Alright, and last but not least, it looks like Get Scared released their final album as of now. Maybe they'll get back together. I don't know. Again, this is my first time diving into Get Scared. You guys let me know. Maybe they got some music coming down the pipe. But as of now, the last album was called The Dead Days in 2019, which doesn't sound like, you know, there's more albums coming, but fingers crossed. And I checked out the song Bad Things. Alright, so this one, the song, first off, flows really well. Maybe that's because the chorus isn't nearly as strong as the last track to make the verses look bad. But it has a really good melody throughout, and it's enjoyable. I will say, lyrically, I feel like this was their weakest song. Not sure if there was a change in writing, or maybe this was a one-off. It just felt like the other ones had a lot more pizzazz to the lyrics than this one did. But this one also, it has like a lot of heavy elements, including ending super heavy. So I think maybe Get Scared might have flipped the script after the first two albums. I don't know. You guys, again, you guys know better than me. I'm just checking out these 4 songs. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on Get Scared are. All right, so let's rank these songs. This is going to be tough. Honestly, I liked all these songs, so it's going to be really hard putting numbers to them. I think I got to go My Nightmare at number 1. That chorus was just so good. Again, I said I made the verses look bad by comparison, but the verses were not bad. Just the chorus was that freaking great. I'll do Sarcasm number 2. Honestly, I didn't say a whole lot just because the song blew my mind so much. Like, it was not what I was expecting whatsoever, and they just impressed the heck out of me. At number 3, Buried Alive. This could be any other band I listens to number 1 song. Like, it's that good. It's just, Get Scared is that talented vocally, lyrically, musically, that this great of a song ends up at number 3. And the same could be said for Bad Things at number 4. Still a good song. I obviously had minor issues with it, comparing it to the other songs. But again, it's because we're comparing it to such great songs. So, Get Scared. You are so good. I hope there's more music coming from you boys. All right, overall thoughts on Get Scared, in case you haven't figured it out already. I really enjoyed my time. This is, the first 2 songs were like post-hardcore with pop song structure, some pop kind of clean vocals, a little bit of heavy stuff in the background, and of course, you know, goth stuff. The last 2 kind of lean more into metalcore, so I'm not sure if they were changing with the times because, you know, Architects and bands like that were getting big, so maybe they were like, oh, if we want to stay relevant, we got to go heavy. It is disappointing to see the amount of streams on Spotify for their earlier stuff versus the later stuff, because the later stuff's still really good, but it pales in comparison. So I'm really hoping Get Scared finds a new life on the internet, and hopefully they come back and release more music. All right, guys, thank you so much. That was my thoughts on Get Scared. I appreciate you hanging out with me. If you'd like to see more of me, please, like I said, dig back into the back videos and come along for the ride going forward. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Get Scared. Were you new to it like I was? Or were you an OG fan that I could have benefited from back in the day, saying, no, you really need to listen to this band. They're so good. Because honestly, like I said, I'm mad at everyone I knew back then for not telling me to listen to this. Also, give me some suggestions in the comments below. But mostly what I need you guys to do is I need you to cut my wrists and hit subscribe. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad. And until tomorrow, I want to hear you sad.